Hello, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the long readings for Libra season. So look at this as more of the chapters, where the short readings are more of the pages. Now, we're doing Libra season, and that will be whatever your sign is in Libra season. I would also suggest that you look up your your rising, ascending, your Venus, your moon, and, take a look at those to see how they may be affecting you also. But this will be a long reading, and so I will be using a bunch of cards. Now, I use my, three of these decks will be Radley Valentine. Here is my Angel Tarot cards, which I will use for the main reading. I will then go to John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of get clarification. I then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards for some extra words of advice. We circle back to Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll do 3 also with those. Guardian Angel Tarot cards, will pull 1. And then I will finish up with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. All right, now I'm an intuitive channeler. That means that I open myself to higher power, and I ask just basically whatever you need to hear, let that come through. And hopefully it does resonate with you. Any cards that are reversed have stronger energies. Also, to make sure that you write down the numbers. Numbers are very important, and there's ways to look that up on the internet. You can put it in a search browser, the numbers. You can put angel numbers behind it. There's just ways to look those things up. Also, too, when I mention higher power, that's whoever that is to you. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guides, your voice of the universe, your divine, your source, whoever that is to you. Okay? Okay. So, first, before we start, again, let me go through my little listing. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Libra season. Now, I'm going to be reading this. And, and I also will post this on my blog with, just with this and with the websites too. And then I will put a link to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Okay. So we enter Libra season with 3 planets going direct. Mercury, which is in Libra right now. Remember, the shadow of retrograde has begun on the 13th. Also, Venus, which is in Scorpio, and Mars, which is in Libra. Now, we are in Libra season. Libra season is about justice and balance. Remember that, with Mars and Libra don't necessarily go along quite well. So Mars could be pushing Libra outside of Libra's boundaries. Libra could be, be talking Mars' ears off and kind of saying, no, you have to balance things more and more. Libra season is about restoring and finding balance and justice. But there's a lot of air energy again throughout Libra season. We finished up a Virgo season. Libra had a really strong mark there. The air energy was very, very strong. Now we have 5 planets retrograde. We have Jupiter in Aquarius. However, it goes direct October 18th at 1:30 a.m. All the times are Eastern Standard Time. We have Saturn in Aquarius, which is again going direct October 10th at 10:17. Neptune, which is in Pisces, that will be going direct. That will be retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn goes direct on October 7th, 2029 p.m. And Uranus in Taurus will stay retro. Now, Mercury in Libra, we talked about, that we were in the shadow of the retrograde because it's usually 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. It does go retrograde September 27th at 1:10 a.m. It is in Libra. It will stay retrograde until October 18th at 11:17 a.m. when it goes back direct. Now, there is some things going on, Pluto, which is in Capricorn. There's something a little bit odd going on with that. I need to do some more research. But Pluto is a very slow moving planet. Pluto has a lot of, tear down to build up type of energy. Now, in the early springs, or that would be in the northern hemisphere, or actually would still be in the winter time, February 19th, 2022. I read somewhere, and again, I need to look this up more so, but I think we need to be aware of it, that this will be in, let me see if I can phrase this correctly. This will be in the place that it was for the United States back in 1775. So now, if you know anything about America's history, the United States history, you'll know we were going into, or we were getting ready for what was called, or what is called, the Revolutionary War. So that in itself, I want you to just be kind of aware of that. I know this has nothing to do with Libra season, but as I do my research, this popped up, and I think we need to know about it. All right, now, we're going to kind of go quickly through Libra season just because I'm going to reference you to another website, and again, it'll be, I'll put that in my blog. But let's go through the dates. September 22nd, the Sun enters Libra, which is an air sign, at 3:21 p.m. Again, all of these are Eastern Standard Time. Now, the autumn equinox starts also at 3:22. That's if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it would be your spring equinox. This is where day and night, light and dark, balance each other. So it's supposed to be where there's a certain point where there will be 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. It also is a time, because we will be going into what is, towards the end, and this is in Scorpio season. We'll go into All Hallows Eve, Halloween. This is where we're entering a time where the veil, at least, the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and that is between what I call the supernatural and the natural, or the physical and the metaphysical. Now, let's go ahead, put these out here, and let's pull a couple of cards to see what we need to know about Libra season. And this is my Rider Tarot cards. These are the traditional tarot cards. So let's see what we have as an overview. Okay, now, this is a 15, so now we know that there's 5 energy here. 5 energy has a lot of change energy here. This is traditionally the devil, because it says the devil. The thing that I want you to remember is this is, a lot of times, this is either running away from your fears or facing your fears. Okay, so Libra season could be one of those times that you either confront your fears or you just don't, you have your head buried in the sand. So take a look at this, so here we have the devil, very scary, very ominous. The star is off-centered, or the pentagram is off-centered, so that does bring kind of an evil energy to this. And, basically not necessarily a nice type of energy. But then you have the two, the male, the female. And with that is that they are in chains. They are bound. The thing, though, if you ever look at it, is the chains are loose. So they can slip their chains if they choose to. But again, these are choices. So again, this has a lot of confronting your fears, also possibly just not dealing with your fears, running away type of energy. When I get this, when I see this, this is, to me, a lot of things are going to happen where you're going to have to confront some unpleasant information, unpleasant choices, and just unpleasantness. But you have to confront it, otherwise you will let fear rule you. And remember what I'm always saying. I am always saying this, and again, this is a good saying, so take this for however your spirituality leads you. Fear is the tool of the devil. Okay? That's how the devil keeps the people entrapped. So this is, again, choices, and Libra, Libra season has a lot of weird stuff going on that will be, bringing things to the head. Okay, let's go on to our next card. Now, this one is reversed, and here we go. This is a major arcana. This is also a major arcana, and this is a number 1. 1 is, new beginnings, new starts. This is the Magician, and if you notice, they have the same hand gestures in many ways. How and this is basically as above, as below type of energy here. But this one, while this one is a little bit more, not quite as, committed, this one is very strong energy here. This one is saying things can happen. But again, it's within it's what you can actually manifest. Now, let's go on here. And this is wonderful. So now we have a 1-5, we have a 1, and now we have a 10. This is the 10 of Cups. Cups is water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We just, we're about to enter into Scorpio season after Libra. We just had that, right now Venus is in Scorpio, and we just had, when this reading is beginning, we will have just, and I mean just, because I think the full moon in Pisces is the 20th or the 21st of September. So we will still have that Pisces energy. Now, the 10 of Cups is happiness, is very much, happy home, happy feelings, just things happening for the better. Okay, so, but again, it all comes back to, do you face your fears or do you let your fears rule you? All right, so now that's what we have for the 22nd, and that's when Libra energy begins, Libra season. Now we go to the 23rd, that's September, and Venus in Scorpio. Okay, now that's an interesting, there's a lot of intensity with Venus in Scorpio right now with relationships. However, they are opposing, so that energy opposes Uranus in Taurus, and that'll be about 5:40 a.m. the morning of. And, Uranus and Taurus is always about, expect the unexpected, especially, that's more with Uranus, but Taurus is in your reality. So expect the unexpected in your reality. So there could be some very interesting relationships that, there could be those, those truths that you thought were true and now you find out the real truth. There's going to be something with your relationship at that time. Now, we're going to go then to, and this is where I just said, this is weird relationship energies. And this is going to start around the 29th and 30th of September. Because there's major energies going on with Libra, Saturn, Scorpio, Neptune, and Jupiter. And then even in October 2nd, Venus, Scorpio with Pluto. And Pluto again has that destruction, or has, things have to end in order for them to begin energy. So there's going to be some weird relationships around that end of the month, end of September, beginning of October. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for that, because relationships, it takes 2 to tango. Let's see what we have here. And we're going to just do the 2 cards, 1 and 2. The Lovers. So yes, all about the relationships. And the relationships can be work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. I'm going to kind of say, that this is going to be more, I don't like doing this. This is going to be more the intimate, romantic, or personal. So let's go to this next card. Justice. Justice within the relationship. Now remember, Libra is all about justice and balance. So, now, if you notice, I also have these little, like Y's and N's. And basically, if somebody asks me a yes-no question, I pull this card. Well, the answer is pretty much a no. This one would be a yes. So here we have a maybe, but here we have a yes. So we have 6. 6 is the number of man. It's what you put into the relationships. So if you're putting garbage in, you get garbage out. If you're unfaithful, don't expect the relationship to or if one of the parties is unfaithful and, and it's known, well, even if it's not known, don't expect it to last. Justice will occur. If it's a very true and, and very faithful, justice then says yes. Now, This is again, so this is a 6 and this is an 11. Again, we have that 1-1 energy going back to that. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 is choices, decisions, relationships also. Okay, so now we have that going on, and that's going to be the weird relationship energies. Now, I'm going to reference this. It's the www.the-astrologer.net. I've referenced them a couple of times, and I like to, when I do this, when I'm doing what I'm feeling needs to be looked at, this is one of the websites that I do go to. And this one will talk about how, so this is major energies from the 6th of October going forward. Now, we have October 6th is the new moon, and it will be in Libra, and that comes about 7:05 a.m. Okay, so now we've got some cards that just wanted to come out. Let's see what we have with this major energy. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is that 6 planets from October 6th onward, there will be 6 planets in what is called the masculine air signs. So I'm going to put out, whenever it's the air signs, because that is Aquarius, that's Libra, which is really, really heavy. It's also Gemini. I really didn't see any Gemini this time around, but this is where you need to speak it out. Keep your thoughts, your words positive, and speak it out. The new moon is a time of a new cycle. And remember, new moon to full moon is when you request. Full moon is your release, relinquish, and request. Full moon to new moon is when it gets smaller, so that is your waning moon, and that's when you get rid of things. Okay, so let's see what we have for this, this major energies from the 6th on. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Again, this is reversed. Cups, again, we have discussed that. Now, the underlying energy of Cups, however, is our earth energy. That is our Virgo, our Capricorn. It is also our Taurus energy. Very solid, tangible, money, job, career, home type of energy. And we also have Pluto in Capricorn. So expect, and then that thing that we just came through with Uranus, even though that was back on the 23rd, expect some weird stuff going on with that too. So this is kind of a quizzical type of energy. This is kind of a, pages to me are optimistic. They're looking forward to whatever they have to look forward to. And this has kind of a questioning vibe to me at this time. It doesn't mean that that things aren't going to go forward in a positive way. In fact, the page believes everything will be positive but the page is also looking at things that, there's a fish in his cup. And the page is also looking at it as, what is this all about? So I feel like the page is going to be questioning. The Page of Cups will be questioning a lot of things that's going on in the world, in their world, and, and making some reevaluations. Now, we have these cards that wanted to come out, so let's take them one at a time. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is that earth energy again. Queen's underlying energy is water, cups. So you have kind of the reverse on this. So this one, where the water energy was fluid and emotional, this one, yes, fluid and emotional, but this is a woman of substance. This is a woman that goes after what she needs, but in that physical sense. Okay, it's not the Queen of the Queen of Rods or Wands, or the Queen of Swords, but she goes after the protection of her family. She goes after making things right for the ones that are entrusted to her. But she is also a woman of substance. So the new moon is also telling you, so be quizzical, be questioning, but at the same time, go after what it is you want. Make those wishes. Put them out there. Let's see, next card. So now we have another yes, no card, a maybe. This one has a lot of judgment energy. So what would that have been about? That would have been about October 6th. This is 20, which is 2 tens, and we talked about what 10s are. We've talked about what 2s are, judgment time type of energy here. So we've got some strong stuff happening in Libra. Now with judgment, there is also a new start, a new beginning, a new kind of like, and remember when I talk about Mercury retrograde, which have we gotten to there? Yes, yeah, we got to Mercury retrograde already. Mercury retrograde is a time of great karmic balancing happening. So if you've been putting out good karma, things will come back in the betterment. If so just really watch your words, your thoughts type of energy, and how you're feeling towards people. We don't want to have negative karma, because then it means that we've met everything and we can just go on and leave. But this is judgment. This is, being weighed, in some is where you weigh the heart against the feather, type of energy here. So we got some interesting stuff going on right now. Now, your last card here. Okay, and this is again that 10 energy. And this is 10 of Swords. Swords is Libra energy, Aquarius. It is also Gemini energy, thought processes, hearing news, words, strategic planning. It's done. Everything is done. So whatever it is that you've been being judged on, whatever this is all about, it's done. This is an ending to a phase, to a season, to it's just an ending. And then with that ending, you can see this person is done. No more. It's not you. It's not you. Okay. It's more or less like, this is a little overkill in some ways, but it's like, it's done. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go on now, and we will move on. So I told you that we have 6 planets in masculine air signs. Okay. Then we have a return of fire energy. So October 7th, Venus transitions into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is adventurous. So this might be, after all of the intensity of of Scorpio and all that we've talked about, Venus now goes into adventurous Sagittarius to try new things, to just kind of breathe again. Remember, fire energy is our wands, our rods, also fire. And that is our Sagittarius. It is our Aries. It is also our Leo energy. Passionate, burning, determined. So things will be happening. Let's just pull one card for October 7th to see what does it mean when Venus goes into Sagittarius. Let's go on here. So we have covered all of the energies. We've covered air, water, earth, and fire. So I won't be doing that in the longer readings. Let's see what we have. Okay, now this is again reversed. This is a 12, a 1, and a 2, or a 10 plus a 2. Interesting. This would give us a no, but this is the Hangman. And the Hangman, you can see he's also a holy man. You can see by the halo. So this is a Hangman. This is look at things from a different perspective. Look at your relationship from a different perspective. That's an interesting one for me, at least. I feel that I think that we all need to be a little bit receptive. We need to compromise maybe a little bit more. It's also possibly looking at the other person's point of view. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but it does go with possibly it's a good thing to listen to it at least. Now, I'm going to just jump ahead to October 20th. We will then have some more fire energy, and that is when we have the full moon in Aries at 10:56 a.m. And again, so now we have that balance where we have we haven't really had a lot of water. No, we have had water energy. We've had our earth energy. We've had air energy. And now we come back to our fire energy. So now Libra is coming back into that balance. Let's see what else we have. We're going to do 2 cards here and see for that full moon. The full moon, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is the tradition, the traditionalist. This would be a lot of times with your government, with your church, but basically it's just following the rules. But again, we have a 5. 5 is all about change. So there could be some changes in our spiritual belief. There could be some changes where we either embrace the traditional or we say, maybe this is a little bit too much for us, and we need to step away from that. So that would be more around that full moon in Aries. And then our last card here, This is the Queen of Wands, and this is what I was mentioning before when we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wands, again, is our fire energy. This is embrace the full moon. Embrace the wondrous of it. You know, remember, passionate, burning, determined, fly high, fly high. There's a renewed optimism. Again, this could be the thing stable a little bit more in your natural world, or it could be that, you know, that the world opens up and as you break away from the traditional. And the Queen of Wands is just basically saying fly high. Okay, now we come then to the 23rd of October, and this is just right barely in the 23rd. Again, the times are Eastern, so some of this could be, you know, still on the 22nd, or it could be on, you know, it could be 23rd. I don't know. But this is at 51 minutes after midnight. The Libra season ends and Scorpio season begins. And this one is 4. 4 has stability. This is the 4 of Swords. Basically, rest, take a time off, breathe a little bit, let things chill out a little bit. While we have these that are hanging on the wall, the swords hanging on the wall, we have one that's hidden. So there's still hidden secrets to come, hidden things to happen. And at the same time, even though this looks like some, you know, we go back to something's ended, this is, you know, I don't know, is he on top of a coffin? Is he on top of a, you know, is he one of those statuettes type of thing? I'm not sure. It just, basically, I'm getting the just rest, take it easy. You've got hidden information, and Scorpio is, you know, is about uncovering a lot of hidden information. So, wow. So again, too, there's a lot of things going on in Libra season, and there was even more. But I was like, no, we can't just go down that route. But as we do our small readings, our short readings, as I do them, I will try to get a little more information and put them in the introduction. Okay? Okay. Let's take a deep breath. A lot seems to be happening, and let's go on and start our long readings. Hello, my Capricorns, and welcome to Libra season. How are you going to do this weekend? Or this week? I'm sorry, this season. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I want to make sure I hit the right deck. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting time. I hope you watch the intro just because there's just lots of strange energy going on. All right. And also, too, you know, Pluto in Capricorn, if you heard what I said about that in February of 2022, what's that all about? We will find out. Like I said, I have to do more investigation on that myself because that was like one of those things I'm like, what did I just read? Anyway, let's go here. And I got a little bit of the overview, but I went and looked a little more so, and I was like, oh, no. This was in that pre-planning stage. So anyway, let's see what we have for my Capricorns. These are reversed. First card, the Queen of Air. Now, you know that Queen's underlying is water, air energy. We talk about that. That's sword energy. Queen of Air. Queen of Air. Oh, let me see. What do we want to say about our Queen? Our Queen has a very caring heart, but she can be as cold as ice. Okay? When she needs to, and if this is something very, very important, and if you are hurting any of hers, she can, she can take that sword, that queen, she can take that sword without batting a blink, take you down. Okay? I don't mean that, this is that type of energy here. And this might be what happens with, because what is it? We have Pluto, we have, there's all this stuff going on. There's some Capricorn going on too. During Libra season, but again, it is pulling out that very objective side of you. And this is the time when it's like, do not cross the Capricorn. Do not cross you at all. You better treat me right. I'm speaking as you. You better treat me right. You better be honest with me. Whether or not I want to hear what you say or whether I'm going to like it or not, you better be honest. You better be honest. So this is kind of pulling up that part of you that I don't know. Yeah, just just be honest. Let's put it that way. They better be honest. Okay. The Queen of Air is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective, and the witty is very dry humor. So be a little kind. Okay, be kind also, because my Capricorns, your humor can be a little sword-like also. Okay, objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. And from that Pisces full moon to that new moon is a great time to get rid of the energies, okay? And the new moon will be then in Libra. So from the one, because the Pisces full moon is right before our Libra season begins, and until that time, throw away, get rid of it. Get rid of a lot of the toxicity that's been trying to swallow you up, my Capricorns. Next card, the Two of Earth. Now, twos have crossroads, decisions, pathways. It's also coming together. Earth energy is your energy. Very solid, very tangible energy. Could be about your job, your money. So there is, this has some choices about your money. This has some choices about your home. Are you thinking of like chucking it all and starting over again? Though, of course, if you chuck it all, you'll basically you'll basically sell it and you'll have a little nest egg. And I'm not telling you to do any of that. I don't do financials or legal issues. I'm giving you an example just to kind of like, nope, I want to start over. I want to, possibly move. I just want to be in a place where I can spread my wings. I want to be in a place where I can be who I am meant to be. There's a lot of, again, with Mercury retrograde, and if you follow me, you know what I say about that. A lot of karma type of resolution with Mercury retrograde, but there's a lot of I want to live my life type of energy. Now, this talks about too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. Your next card, this one's reversed, and this one is the Eight of Earth. And I was going to say the Eight of Opportunities because eights have unlimited opportunities and potential. There's so much out there. And my Capricorns, if you are thinking of changing jobs, changing careers, changing states, changing countries, there are opportunities out there. Now, I will tell you, it's easier to get a job when you already have a job. So I'm not telling you to get into your van, your car, and do cross country or anything like that. So there is a little bit of a planning that's needed, but that's where the Queen of Air comes in. The Queen of Air can plan this out if that's something that you're choosing. But I do feel like there is a sense of restlessness. I do feel like the Libra energy is trying to pull balance back into your world, and which feels a little bit out of balance. And it's so sometimes you're going to fight against it, but sometimes you just want to embrace it also. All right, the Eight of Earth is about skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. Now, again, I know I always talk about your resumes, but you may want to brush it up again, okay? You may want to brush it up because you have new energies, new things, new experiences to put upon it or put in it. Okay, here we go. And and you might want to do something very whimsical. You might want to be, and I shouldn't say that this is whimsical, at least to the people that do it. You may be somebody that's been an accountant, and now you want to learn how to do glass blowing. Something very artistic, because you do, my Capricorns, believe it or not, even though you're very factual, you have an extremely artistic soul and artistic talent. Okay. So if you have not been using that side of you, this is a really good time for you to look into that more, okay? So whoever, and I don't know why the glass blowing came to mind, but, or what is it, with stained glass also, somebody that does stained glass. Anyway, let's see where we are with my John Holland. Let's see, for clarifications. Okay, now, this is a 9. 9 is basically saying you've got everything you need to make your decisions. You've got everything you need to finish the project for completion. But this 9 is also the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Water. This is the wish card. So this is a time for you to, to think about what is it that you really want to be doing. Put it out there. That full moon, and right before Libra season, and then in Aries full moon, the new moon. This is a time where anything is possible for my Capricorns. Next card is, okay, now we have an 8. Again, 8 is unlimited opportunities, and this is power. This is basically connecting the natural and the supernatural. Obviously, I don't know, the lion I would think is, well, that has a very natural ferocity, but it's also, to connect it with the reality, and this person looks like he's royalty of some sort. Could be a king, could be somebody that's in power. And again, well, it's called power, right? So this is going to be a time where you're going to be very strong and very active and going after what it is you want. I like it. I like it a lot for my Capricorns. Here we go. Next card. Sacrifice. Okay, I'm kind of getting that your sacrifice has not been in vain. I'm getting that. So we have that 12 energy. So the 1 and the 2. We've talked about that. I love her energy. You've got the wish card. You've got the power card. Your sacrifice has not been in vain. Everything that you've been doing is preparing you now, but it's now you have to make the decision. You have to make the choice on what you're going to do next. I love this woman. I love this card because here she is in the murky waters, yet above she's totally pristine. There's this rainbow, beautiful clouds. She has, I don't know, quite can't do my arms like that. But, she has this prayer, she has this contentment, she has this beauty. She just knows that things are going to be okay. And again, I get your sacrifice has not been in vain. Okay? So to me, with that, what that means is that karma is going to try to balance itself. And when I say that, okay, when I said in the beginning about, negative karma, I didn't mean, it's when you negate karma. That's what I probably should have said. Negate karma. When karma equals out, that's when things are done. It's like, well, I have nothing to learn, nothing to be, things are totally balanced. So we're always kind of a little bit on the positive or negative, if not more so. All right, let's go on. So there's a lot of karma energy going on now. So your sacrifice has not been in vain. All right, let's go on. What words of advice from Osha Zen Tarot? So you should be seeing some sort of a reward. You should be seeing the universe give you something back this season. Okay. Abundance. Abundance. Not to worry. Telling you not to worry about your money situation. I think we have the moon. We have the sun. We have this person who looks very, very happy. We have the rainbow. We have the rainbow there also. Not to worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about your money. Here we go. Next card. Go with the flow. Basically, let things happen as they're going to happen. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to jump in anymore. Next card is the Master. Now, this is one of those cards that's not in any other. There's a couple of cards in the Osha Zen, and this is one of them. Now, part of this could be that you have mastered a portion of where you need to be with your karma, so that some of that balancing has been coming more into play. It could also be that you still have more to master. It could also, so you need to be aware. It could also be, the mysteries of the universe. It could be connecting with your higher power also. So, I think this is going to be something that somebody's going to look at this. I think my Capricorns are going to look at this, and you'll have a better idea of what this means to you. There's a lot of wisdom there. The eyes generally, the eyes are very striking. There's a little bit of that rainbow type of energy still with it too. So let's see what we now have with my Archangel Power Tarot cards for my Cappies. Here we go. Let's one more time. Okay. Here we go. Go. Okay. These two reversed. First card, Four of Ariel. That's been coming up a little bit during these readings. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Four, stability, leadership. It also has organizational. Ariel is your energy. Taurus and Virgo, money energy, home energy. There's kind of this thing about I kind of feel this thing for you, my Capricorns, about not holding on too tightly. Okay? I'm not saying to let the money flow, and I'm not even sure that this is money energy as much as this is how much you give to others of yourself. And I feel like you've been very isolated, or you've been very, controlling of your own self. So I think that there's a thing about opening up to others and letting others open up to you. And, there's always this little bit of this fence. You carry a fence kind of with you. So there's kind of like maybe you need to put a gate on the fence. Let people in. You need to be able to leave also. Okay, the Four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive, being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. Next card, here we go. Six of Gabriel, that is fire energy. Six is number of man. This is about being victorious. This is about achieving what it is you want to achieve. So if you have something that you're going after, Libra season seems to be the time when things will come to fruition. All right, congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. Our last card here, Justice. Now, I think, did we not have Justice? Or I know we had Judgment in the introduction, and I think it was either Justice or Balance. But Justice, that's very much 8 unlimited opportunities again. Archangel Raguel. Did we have another Archangel? No. So Archangel Raguel, unlimited opportunities, justice, the scales of justice. Remember, your sacrifice has not been in vain. Look to see that justice is to be done. Karmic justice, probably. I don't do legal, but if it is about that, fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. And I think that's really a lot. You're so close to whatever this is that you're going after. This does feel very moving. I feel very moving type of energy. And just don't give up. Keep going. Keep going, my Capricorns. Okay? Now, let's go on. One last card, and then we'll go to my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Here we are. My guardian angels. 6 of Action. I like this. Action would be fire energy. What a wonderful experience for you. Your project, and again here, oh, that's the 6 of Gabriel right there, yes. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotion, or other recognition for your efforts. Well done. If someone who can help you offers assistance, know that this person is heaven sent and say yes. I didn't even recognize the 6 of Action, 6 of Gabriel. I love when cards confirm the cards. Anyway, let's go on now. One last card, the Emily Anderson crystal deck, for what crystal or energy is helpful for my Capricorns. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. This one's reversed. Tiger's Eye. I think you've had this before, but this is luck in new ventures, willpower, creative flow. I think you need that. Overcoming fear. Interesting reading for you during Libra season. Lot going on. Total lot going on, my Capricorns. Okay. Take a moment. Go down there. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. Very helpful. I need you to do that, so thank you. Now, my Capricorns, this is the most important thing, and you know what it is. No matter what the world throws at us, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.